Hi. So today's really exciting because finally the websites are being released to the trial fairies. So early evening, expect a lovely email in your inbox with lots of details about your website and what you need to do next. Um, Ahead of that, I just wanted to kind of give you a few heads up and some tips and some few bits and pieces. And the only reason I'm looking down is because I made notes for this video to make sure I stayed on track. So excuse me if I keep looking down. But basically, I just want to make sure I went through everything in the specific order for you. So basically, because we are giving you so much in terms of, your Facebook page and your email addresses and kind of your signatures, and we're kind of being quite strict with the brand in terms of how you should state certain phrases and what you can and can't do. The website in particular was a really important area for both Claire and I, in that we actually wanted to make sure that you felt empowered and that this was your website for your business. So what we've done is that we have actually created, yes, a JFTP looking website for you, and it has, all of the product catalogue has been loaded there for you. But what will happen is that when you get all the information, now don't panic, when you get all of the information, you'll be able to go through and choose which products you would like to actually sell for your business. And the reason that's so important is because I have always explained that becoming a business fairy doesn't mean that you need to represent every single one of our product lines at all. You can choose, for example, the fairy world, and just focus on that part of the business. You might want to do parties and just kind of look at the types of products that could help you support parties. You might be, TP queens and want to really kind of push the TP area as well. All that we do ask is that basically when you are selecting a product that you choose at least one or two from each category, but I think that's still easy enough to do to fit into the different possible themes that you might want to create your business around. And the reason that we have done that is because of the way that we've set the design, and it looks so lovely, that we wouldn't want anything to be broken, and want it to be the best that it can be for you. By enabling you guys to actually choose, kind of how you want your products to be displayed, and sort of how your shop is going to actually be tailored to you. I think what that actually does is that it gives you the opportunity to actually build something that's essentially yours, and then will look different from the other fairies, because your blogs are also going to look different from the other fairies as well, the different products you're going to represent. So I know that there's this huge concern around kind of saturation, those kind of things, and I know I keep saying we're not there yet, and that yes, we will look to it, but right now we haven't reached that point where I'm concerned about it. That isn't to say that isn't something that we're going to be thinking of, because we will. But in terms of the website itself and things, it's important that gives you your own identity. So I hope that you're all happy with it. I hope that you can embrace it, and of course, if you've got any questions or anything, then pop it into the feedback form which you find in the training portal, and then that will get channeled to the right person who can then help you. Kat and Claire have also done lots and lots of videos in terms of helping you how to actually use it, how to actually use your MailChimp. Kat has also kind of been looking as well in terms of Google Analytics, so actually being able to make sure that you can get data around your website as well, because that's really important. That's one of the biggest assets that I have for JFTP, is that I can constantly see every day how many people are on the website, what they're looking at. I can see if anyone's stuck with anything. It's just such an amazing piece of technology to have, that will actually also help you drive kind of your conversions and things like that as well. I'm just trying to think of the different other things as well. Oh yes, so in terms of your unique URL, because this is particularly important, all of the accounts have now been set up in Magento, so that's all been sorted and all done for you. And that will also all be shared with you. And then basically what will happen is you'll need to then log into your affiliate accounts and create your own links. And it's really easy. They're just clicks of buttons, type in a URL, click another button, and it gives it to you. We've tried to make it all as simple as possible. If you're not tech savvy, please don't worry. We really have tried to sort of make this as simple as possible. In my world, they used to say dumb it down, but I do think that was appropriate. I don't like using words like that. So they just try to make it as simple as possible, really. So I think I'm hoping you'll love it. We've really have tried to kind of give you more than what we started. What we started with. Originally we just thought we were just going to give you some kind of a website that you could all use, and as we've kind of developed it, like with the extension piece, I've wanted specific features for the accounts so that it's easy of use for all of the fairies. We've then also decided that actually from the website perspective, it's really, really important that you get to build your own websites. Obviously within the template and the brand is still there, but the way that you can actually make yourself unique and identify yourself from another fairy, for example, is obviously the products that you choose to display. It's going to be your blog content, it's going to be your featured products that you show on the homepage, it's going to be the images you use for your beautiful big slider, which I know will all be things that we provide, but if you think how many assets and how many different things that we have, you can then chop and change that. And I think Kat actually told me that there's been over 1,000 products that have been imported into the websites for you to choose from, so that's huge. And obviously that's just going to keep growing. In terms of kind of things going forward, so once the websites are up, obviously we need to be mindful that when I make changes to JFTP and that when we upload things, what we will then do is make sure that's copied over to you guys and that there's really clear communications about that sitting there. And if you want to, use a new product that maybe we've uploaded, you'll be able to then follow the same process and release that into the live site. We'll never touch your sites. We'll never kind of interfere unless you need our help with anything, of course. And as with kind of your emails and your Facebook pages, I've always been really, really clear. We do have admin access, and that's for lots of reasons. The first is absolutely is to be able to help you if you need it. The second is, if you didn't want to carry on with it, your business anymore, and we needed to take that away, then we're able to do that. And if you need any support and things like that, whatever level that is, then we're able to kind of jump in and do that. But to be very honest, we're all very, very busy. We just don't have, the huge bandwidth to be checking in on everyone and being nosy or anything like that. That's not in our interest. What is in our interest is that, making sure and supporting you guys and providing you everything you need to be as successful as you can possibly be. So with kind of a bit of sort of excitement, and I know how hard Claire has worked and Kat have worked. I'm just a massive thank you to both ladies because they have just pulled out all the stops to make this happen. Also to our extension developers who have worked through the night to get this live for us. This wasn't a last minute thing, it's just lots of stuff just happened to happen at the last minute, and at one point I think we were kind of, oh my goodness, so we're actually going to be able to get this done, and we have. So I'm really, really proud of what's been created, and it's definitely a massive thank you to just everybody involved in the Business in a Box to be able to bring this to you, and that have such passion and just belief in what we are doing to be able to create mums at home the opportunity to have your own business around your children. So I'm really excited now because I know this is the start of something just so fantastic. And thank you so much for your patience with Trial Fairies, because I know we're a little bit later than we promised, but I hope that you're happy with the outcome. Okay, roll on early evening till the emails come. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.